Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for CMC Uploaded LA Textile Edition. We're so happy to have you here today. Up next, we have Allison coming from the Ozone. Y'all, I'm so excited about this for you guys to see. This is an amazing technology for you to start using. Hey, Allison, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, good
Going,
to see
Matthew?
you. Yeah, going good, going good. I'm obsessed with your backdrop right now.
It's Adobe. You can download it for free.
Awesome. Love that.
Yeah.
Amazing. So everybody, Allison here is a Wonder Woman. She's going to take you through some really, really cool technology here. Just get ready for an awesome show.
Oh
If you
boy.
guys have any questions, use the Q&A button down at the bottom of your Zoom screen. We will start getting those questions coming in. You can send them in anytime during the show. And at the end of the show, I'll pitch them over to Allison to get them all answered for you. But yeah, at that point, I'm going to let you take it from there, Allison.
Okay, hi. I'm like waving like a queen. Hello. Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm Allison Lewis. I'm with the Ozone Inc. Here, let me make sure everything's sharing correctly for you all. And Ozone is a company that I started with almost 2 years ago now. Wow. How do I hit view? Where's my view? Here we go. Almost 2 years ago now. And oops. There we go. Does that work? Everybody can see? Okay, good. And so it creates a fashion technology platform. We're a fashion technology platform that creates 3D garments from the real garment. And we have a special magic sauce that's all in our AI that really focuses on fabric, textiles, and materials. So that's why it's so exciting for the LA Textile Show. Like, it's exactly what we need right now. The inspiration came from having to shop online and not really being able to see things up close and really understand what you're looking at, right? I mean, obviously there's beautiful photography and imagery out there. We're not saying that there's not. And I'm someone who used to buy fabric and textiles in my old company, Switch Embassy. So I've gone through the ringer of having to go through and pick all the textiles I want. So it was really exciting to see this company came up, and we're going to talk to you guys about how we can use this technology to help with textiles. Now I don't have a lot of time, so I may jump through some of this at the beginning just so we can get to the questions, because it's a really cool demo we set up for you guys. We all know we're in a transformative time. All the revenue loss is going on right now, the craziness. We're all here online right now. But companies that are using 3D and like doing virtual showrooms are really thriving. So I want people to look at this as an amazing alternative, and also allowing new customers to come and see you that have never had access to you before. For example, Rebecca Minkoff did a whole bunch of 3D models of her products, and 44% more likely to add to cart and 27% more likely to convert to an order. And this information came, during COVID, so it was only a few months ago in April. Now, the big wigs are doing it as well. We know that we're here online with you guys doing a virtual event, but there's also, most of you are familiar with Jor and New Order. And of course, Shopify has 3D now, which is an amazing thing. So the big players are all in this. It's happening. So let's get on board. I'm just going to jump past that and jump into 3D Reel for a minute. So what 3D Reel is, it's a super high quality, zoomable, rotatable. You can see the difference here. This is a picture from Nordstrom's on the left. They're probably not gonna be happy I'm showing that. This is Ozone technology on the right to show you the level of detail and clarity of being able to capture the real look and color of the material and the garment and the drape and the gravity of it. And we were excited about LA Textile last year, but we weren't ready yet. But this time we're ready, and we put a demo together just for you guys. So bear with me because it is just for you. And we will talk about, how we think about this, whether you're, we have such a variety of people that come to this show. So think of this as, if you're working with textiles and materials, you can use it one way. If you're thinking about using this as a way to showcase your new product, you can think about it another way. If you're thinking about testing out a textile, you can use it like that. So we'll just start with the demo, because I think that's the fastest way to go here. So we put together this quick little idea. This is not a real website, but a lot of us are familiar with this approach where, hey, we come here and we're trying to pick something out and we're looking at all the different materials, right? And you see these really high quality, beautiful flat images. But say we want to do something in denim, right? So here we have our denim. We put this demo together to show you what you do is we could make your model for you, or you could use one of our stock models. So this is a stock model of Levi's 501 jeans. It already exists. It's in 3D, which I can talk a little bit about why I'm moving it around and showcasing it to you guys, to you all. And we'll see here, there's a 3D model that's going to load. It doesn't look like very much, right? It's just like these white jeans and you're like, okay, great. Now what? Well, you can pick out, we're going to do Levi's black leopard. This is a really hard to capture print that Levi's did. It's like a denim and it's got leopard print and then like a black looking wash across the top. So this is a very hard textile to do. And many of you probably know that that can be difficult. I'm going to just let you guys see it here. It's a little bit dark, but this is actually the true color of the jeans. They actually are dark. And so we can zoom in. I think what gets really cool is when you get into the stitching here, how far we can zoom into that. You can really see the pattern. Let's put it on Steve. What we offer is the ability, because it's 3D and it acts like 3D and it is 3D, it's like having a real garment in the virtual world. So we can dress a model for you. You can see the drape of it. We can have action and moving or whatever you need there. So it's real-time visual wrapping of the textile and fabric texture onto the model. And you get like live updates. So if you have this scene, let's see, what do we want him to be doing? Let's have him waiting for a train. Let's say we have Steve waiting for a train. Maybe you don't want a model. Maybe you just want the image of the product itself. That's fine. We just want you to know this is actually possible, that you can zoom in. You can see, let's see if I can get the label. Beep, 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 beep. So we're getting like a super high level quality of detail here. And so this is live. So if you're working on the back side and you're a textile company or fashion company, let me pause Steve. He's moving around. And you upload a new textile to this. This is the back end for you all. And it has one link. This would upload it and change it across everywhere simultaneously. So anybody that has access to this link and has it on their website, if you change something, you could simultaneously change it everywhere that this link exists, which is pretty cool. Let's have Steve walking. Of course, it's DIY. You can upload the swatches. You can send the swatches to us if you want to. It's really a matter of high quality, you know, really being able to capture the details here. I really like, we were talking about the country road earlier, because here you can see we can change the lighting. You can change the background. Come in here and see the lighting of Steve here. Hey, Steve. Woo. Steve's looking good. All right. So here you can really see. So maybe you get into it and you're like, oh, that looks a little too dark. I maybe want a different background. I want to change the lighting. These are all things that we can do. We really try to customize it to what you need and what your brand is about. If you're selling jeans and you want to have the ability to have people see the different fabrics, that's also an option. If you're selling the fabric, this is fun as well. So you can see it moving, and it really creates this interactive experience with the product. I like to zoom in here. Just to show, you can get his hand out of the way. There. You can see like the level of detail. Boom. We're going all the way in. So this is our new Just for LA textile to showcase our ability to show you guys on the back end. On the front side of things, there's different ways it can be built. So this is the original dress, and you know your customer won't see all the upload and everything like that. You don't need them to do that. Well, maybe you do, but so here's the original dress, and we'll zoom in a little bit more. My mouse pad is really jumpy, so just bear with me. And then, you know, as a textile company, you may have already uploaded a pattern, but people want to see what size this is. I was looking at something like this where you have a ruler, which is nice, and I think you need it anyway. But at the same time, you know, until you see it on the actual product like this, and you get the concept of almost creating a virtual sample. This is one stock model, and we're just mapping all the different materials to it. And you can see here, like this is a very large weave, and you wouldn't know that unless it was done this way. You can kind of guess at it if you're really good, I guess, but for me, this kind of stuff is pretty hard. Okay, so you're getting a feeling for all of that. Just quick overview, fast updates, live updates of your swatches, virtual samples. You can reduce costs, time, money, which I think is extremely important, and thinking about how it looks on the website as well. You want to give your customers this ability to really experience it in real time and see that texture and that material and that drape and the gravity of it and the weight and the hand of it as best as you can. And this is a really sustainable practice. It means that by using the virtual model, you're not actually creating, if you're somebody who creates a lot of prototypes, maybe you make your top line sample, but then the rest of it's done this way. And you don't have to keep recreating different ones. And then you only have to produce it when it's done. So we like to always talk about sustainability. This is speaking to those of you who make samples. So samples today cost, this is a quick estimate. There's so many different prices that you all pay. That was very challenging for us. So we're assuming 10 styles, 4 colorways, 4 times a year, 160 SKUs, 960 samples. Like we're just trying to, put some numbers around this at $250 per sample, which is like a USA cost. This does not include storage or shipping. So one of the things that we can do is prevent that sending out all of those samples and that shipping cost, which is really expensive. So today, we're saving with 3D Real, you save over $200,000 a year, according to this, as well as in the liters of water, you're saving like 800,000 liters of water. So good for the environment. The 1,000 grams of CO2 gone, don't have to worry about that anymore. And then of course, just the electricity is just much lower, 3,000 kilowatt hours less. So when you're thinking about going 3D, a lot of people, oh, that's too expensive, or I don't want to try it, or I have to hire all these people. No, Ozone takes pieces. We can show you how to do a stock model. You can use one of our stock models, or you can send us something that you want us to use. Like, maybe you want this crazy futuristic dress that I have on, and that's the model that you want. Then we can customize that for you by scanning in that model. So you can use your own model. So if you're a clothing designer, we would just need your top line sample. And that's all we need is one of those, not multiples. And then after that, so this tells you a little bit of our process. So if you do a custom model, we would need the sample, and we'll put that in there into the computer and turn it into a really cool digitized product. And then afterwards, or you can use our stock models, and we have them for denim. We have some, what all do we have? We have a bunch of stock models right now. You can do digital swatching, and we can just upload your swatches. You have some secure code, and then, use it how you want. Make it happen. It's basically gives you a line of code that code can be inserted into your website. Super easy to do. I like to show this. I don't know if it's showing my stuff over here. I don't want to see that. There is 360 product photography, and then there is CAD. We know these things exist. They do work. CAD requires a lot of software and software training. We're really trying to cut that barrier of entry so that you have a top line sample, you have some swatches, and you can have as many SKUs, as many swatches that you've got, okay? So no, we're not as affordable as 360. We're not as expensive as CAD, but you also don't have to hire a bunch of engineers and learn and train how to do it. So I think that's a big win. So these are some of our current customers that we can share with you guys. Spirit Hoods, who do fur. So you're going to see us coming out with fur really soon, which is super challenging from a textile perspective, trying to gather that depth. It's a very cool challenge for us. Waterfield Designs, we did some SF bags recently, and we're happy to, I'll share some links with you guys in a little bit when I stop talking. And then AOT International came out down with the button down shirts, and let's see if I have a sample of that. So like, here's a line sheet. Where's our line sheet? So like, here's a line sheet. Oh, we've got our, oh, this is cool. We have this up right now. So you can have a fully digital line sheet, but this is a test currently, so please bear with me here. This is a new product that's going to be coming out, and it allows people to pick the fabric before they're even produced. So the customer can even decide what they want before they can even produce it, and it saves a lot of money on the production side. Tileman ties, we did some ties, and then you just saw the kimono, which is Nishikaya Marie. And then we just did a fashion show with Fashion Community Week, and I'll have to pull that up for you guys and show you a link because it's really amazing. Hi, O. I see you down there. O can probably post that link right now because I can't post links while I'm presenting. But I really want to talk to you all, get as many questions as possible, get the information out there, and please contact us and request a demo. We will create a customized experience for you that will blow your customers away. There's nothing like this out there that does the level of quality of detail and texture. It does not exist. This is it. So we hope that you stop by, and I'll put a link at the bottom here for request demo, and come talk to us. And that's where I am. Do you want me to leave this up, or do you want me to stop share?
That was amazing, Allison.
I tried
awesome,
to go
awesome,
fast,
awesome.
So if I missed anything, I'm sorry, but I
No, that was fantastic. We received a couple questions too. So why don't you go ahead and stop sharing so we can see your gorgeous. There you are. Hey, hey, hey. Cool. So yeah, no, attendees that were watching, I told you this was going to be a good show and you're going to use this for your business. I did not lie. It's good stuff here. So our first question, Allison, is how do you know that it is loaded to the right scale of fabric on the sample garment?
That is a really good question. The person who designed this is actually on here right now, so we might want to give her ability to, she might not want to talk, but I mean, just like you would with anything else, you saw that picture of the swatch with the scale across the bottom. You know, we just have to make sure that's equal to the pixel, so the pixel scale is equal to the actual scale. Everything has its own scale. The 3D models have it as well, so we have that information documented. And of course, we could check that very quickly as well. I know that's a big concern. You don't want like a big flower pattern when you thought you bought a little tiny flower pattern, right? So everything's done, it's measured in advance.
Perfect. So. Awesome. Yeah, no, I was actually curious about that too. I was like, wait, how is it so smart?
I'm not going to answer it to you technically as well as O or one of the technical guys, to be honest with you, but I think it's just like anything else. Like when you scan it in to Photoshop, you also have to make sure that your scale in Photoshop is equal to your real scale. You always have to make that, you know, and since you can upload your own, you should probably, if you're doing it yourself, you're going to be the person that's testing that. If we're doing it for you, we'll test it for you.
Love that. I love that. Nice. Okay. The next question is, can you do jewelry?
We actually are not, it's not that we're not equipped or can't, but that's not our power play. And so we don't do jewelry, and I'm sorry. We've spent all of our time and all of our algorithms and all of the patents are around textiles and materials.
Cool. So. Right on. Then the next question, how would this work for lingerie?
Great. We've been dying to do lingerie. It works just fine. You just scan it in. Lingerie is a little more challenging because it has little holes in it. So wherever there's holes, we have to make sure that our scanner's detecting and like all of those holes are removed. Or if you have like a sheer fabric, we actually have a piece that's done sheer on our website. And I'm trying to remember what number it is, but there's a really great piece that's double layered with sheer on top, so you can understand we can actually do multiple layers. And we also did a piece like that for Fashion Community Week. So
awesome. Yeah, I was when I saw that question pop up, I was like, ooh, I'm curious. That's awesome. Okay, next question. This person would like to see the line sheet and understand how the 3D garments works with the documentation and measurements for the garment.
Well, I mean, it's just a line of code. So wherever your line sheet is, instead of the photo, you would put this line of code. I'm trying to think, do I have an example of the line of code with me right now? And I don't think I do, but it's like 3 lines of code. You do have to know how to do that, or you have to have someone do that. I can do it. And if I can do it, it's not that hard. It's a copy paste.
Oh, cool.
It's
Okay.
done something called an iframe. So it's like, that's the, you just put that in
Gotcha.
there. But I'm not
Gotcha.
going to lie, there's a little technical, like you at least need to be comfortable looking at it to be able to put it in there, because usually you drag and drop. But like in Wix, let's do something really simple like Wix, right? Wix
Cool.
is like the most basic you can get. They have a little thing that says insert iframe, and you hit click, insert iframe, and then you hit paste, and then it goes in.
Perfect. Easy.
In fact, I
Easy,
just
easy.
showed you one done on Wix that was
Yeah.
done like that, as a sample.
Okay, perfect. Awesome.
All right,
Awesome.
talking.
Awesome. Perfect. And the person that asked that question, if that makes sense to you, awesome. If not, give Allison a call and
Give me a
she'll
call.
walk you through that process as well. Perfect. Another one here. Is this product more for brands to use, or is it for selling to the customer?
Well, we really have been focused a lot on B2B, but like with Spirit Hoods, it's going to go B2C. Because the way that it works, it's in a line of code, it works really well for wholesalers. So you can have that line of code, and then everybody else who's also, you can also resell that line of code out to all of your customers, so they have access to the same thing. That's an interesting type of business model there that I would love to explore more, but we work both ways.
Yeah.
We swing both ways.
I love it. I love it. Flexibility is key these days. But yeah, no, I actually, it's funny that question came up, because when I was originally talking to O about the product, I was instantly thinking, I was like, this benefits almost everybody in our industry right now, whether you're selling wholesale, whether you're a retailer, resale, whatever it is, you can find a use for this product, in my opinion. Yeah. So it's just so versatile.
It's just an experience, right? This is all about, what do you want to bring? What do you want to bring? And like, isn't it more interesting to have me sitting here being like in 3D and looking underneath my, whatever you need to do to see this product better?
Exactly.
Then like, wait, with 360, you're just kind of like panning through. It's beautiful. I won't lie. Some of them are beautiful, but you can't really zoom in. And when you get into the detail of fabrics and textiles, you need to zoom.
It's true.
The more you zoom, the better it needs to be.
It's very true. You don't want to zoom and go blurry, but yours zooms and gets sharper. It's amazing.
Yes, ours zooms and gets sharper.
Totally. Yeah. And on that note, my job here at the CMC is I work with all the buyers around the country and the world, from all different categories, from small boutiques all the way up to department stores. And the number one request right now from buyers as they're doing their buys in the world of COVID is, can I get a 360 and can I see it move? And that can be hard, if you don't have the right setup for it. Well, this answers that for so many companies of like, yes, let me show you right now. Click, 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 and it's on. It's good to go. So it really helps with those quarantine specials, as I call them, when it comes down to doing these wholesale shows. I know being able to do those one-on-ones with your buyers and retailers, because you can really show them instantly in the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty, and it also works on your mobile. So like, when I'm going around and trying to, people go, what do you mean you have 3D fashion? And I'm like, I open my mobile, I go, whoosh, and they go, oh my God, right? They just literally pan through it, move their fingers, and it's, they can't believe the experience they're having of the product.
It's so true.
We have shoes that you can like look inside the shoe. It's all kinds of stuff. And you're not hiring engineers to do all of it. Well, you are, because the team is engineers, but I mean, you're not hiring your own team of engineers to do everything. So we think it's really democratizing and helping those people who want to get into this space where you have 3D models, and you can, there's all kinds of, there's a cool new business models around this. We can do a whole new talk about business models around this.
Totally. Yeah, I know. Anybody thinking about, adding this to your business, give Allison and O and the team a call, because I agree. This really is kind of paving the forefront for many, many people in this industry right now. We got another question here. Looks like O already beat us to the chase, because she's awesome. But the question was, would this work for factories and spec sheets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We've had a number of factories come to us and say, like, because it's your top line sample, so you don't have to mail it. And you could zoom in and inspect it and then give feedback. Yeah, sure.
It's awesome.
What size business this is appropriate for? Oh, sorry, I'm reading it.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. Look at you. You're just good at technology, obviously, because you work for a tech company. Ahead. No, you're good. Yep. So yeah, that's the next question. What size business is this appropriate for?
That's a really good question. So we love newcomers. We really love newcomers, but you can't be too new. You need to be doing somewhere between 2 million and up revenue. We do some things that are pretty special though. So we've worked with smaller companies like Tileman Ties, who does these ties. He's a 2-man show, and we did these really beautiful special pieces for him. and it was totally affordable for him. So I think you should just come and talk to us. Tell us what you want to do. Do you want to do a fashion show? Do you want to do it for your textiles? Do you want to do it for your whole product line? Or do you want to do a special like showcase? Because if you're doing a special showcase, then it's affordable for everyone. And like, there's just different things that we can do. We really try to customize it to you. But you know, it depends on what you want to invest in that way, you know.
Totally. Makes total sense. Total sense. Next one we got here. Do they buy the software or do they hire you more as a service?
You hire us as our service. We're a
Cool.
service.
Okay.
Because we have to,
Okay.
everybody's so different that they be able to customize it to you. We have to work together.
Perfect. And then how would a designer kind of get started with you?
Easy. You would fill out a form, say, here's who I am, here's my materials, here's what I want to do. We'll give you a call and we'll talk to you about what your objectives are. And we'll put together a plan with you and we'll make it work, you know?
Nice. I love that. I love that. And then roughly about like timeline, like if like we'll go with two different timelines. Timeline one would be, I'm going to use your stock models and say, here's my fabric swatches. About how long would it take for me to kind of get something back?
Oh, I need O to answer that, but that can be like if the jeans were done in a day.
Okay. Okay, cool. And now
So
let's say
you can have some,
yeah.
it's usually the time that takes isn't really that. The time is getting customers to, there's like a feedback loop with sales and like getting everything closed that takes a long time. It's not usually the scanning and everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, we could do it in a day, but usually it takes 2 weeks to like get everybody on board, you know?
Gotcha.
So,
Makes sense. Makes sense. And now let's say I am just really trying to just, you know, go the full distance and I want to do a fashion show with like 25 different looks. That's probably going to be a lot more intensive.
yes.
Are we talking like months or weeks roughly?
Whew, how many you got? 25? All right, let's see. We just did one in a month.
Okay.
So, and that was with 10 looks.
Okay.
That was the first time. So that took a month. So I think it could be between 1 and 2 months to get that done. Obviously people pay to play. So like, if you want it faster, then let's just, you know, we would probably need to bring on a couple more people to make that happen. But I love that pay to play. How fast do you want to move?
Yeah, exactly. Like we could do it here, or how quick do you need it?
Yeah, how quick do you need it? You know, but we scanned, if we can get the LA Textiles show up, if I can send that link out, because I think you'll get a really good idea of the runway show there. I keep showing the line sheet keeps popping up and not the LA Textile show. Where is it? Textiles line sheet. Oh, here. Here's the shop. I'm not promoting anybody else. I'm just promoting like something. How do I answer it? Oh, I can't type. Oh, it won't let me type. I don't think.
Is it the fashion show community meet, the San Francisco one?
Yeah. O did it. If you look over O Timpanko.
That link there. Yeah. Let me go. I got it pulled up here.
Yeah. She did it there, and you can like click on the collections and you'll see different things in 3D. It's pretty incredible what was done there, including things with like multi-layers, high amount of beading. We have velvet. We have things with 2 or 3 different fabrics in one. It was scanned in like a day and a half and put up in like 2 days. So quick.
Yeah. So I just shared it on my end here. So
yeah, that's
here's an
one
example.
of them. Yeah,
this
that
is one of the designers. So
yeah.
This is just one that you guys did, and I'm turning her around as she's walking. We're going around. I mean, this is just an amazing, amazing experience, and it's so fast.
Yeah, it's super fast, especially on yours. Yeah, we're thrilled. We think that this is where people need to go, you know, and we understand that there's always going to be real products, and I'm someone who builds things with my hands. I understand, but you know, if you want to reach a whole new generation of and really have more sales, you want to get across the world and be able to feel as much as you can. Yeah, here's a good one. She's reading her cell phone.
She's walking. She's doing her thing. She knows what's up. She's ready for happy hour.
Don't
she's trying to find the bar.
Zoom. You can zoom.
Oh yeah.
There you
Amazing.
go. That's
Amazing.
looking good.
Amazing. Yeah, this is just fun, y'all. If anything, it's just fun.
Yeah, the times people spend on it are really much higher. So it's pretty wild.
It's great. Awesome. Well, let's see here. I think we cleared through all of our questions. So Allison, thank you so much for joining us today. Oh, thank you for joining in as well and helping us on the back end there. You both are absolutely phenomenal. Complete geniuses, if you ask me. Thank you so much for taking time today. Attendees, if you see how this matches your business, I agree. I second it. Reach out to the Ozone team here. They're ready to help you and get you going and make you guys virtual.
Thank you. Bye, Matthew.
Bye. Thanks so much, Allison. Take care.